goes out to you, you. This goes out to you, this goes out to you. This goes out to you and you. This goes out to you, this goes out to hello world. Yeah, I've been there before, on the edge of the ledge. Eyes focused on floor, grown a lot since then. Lost love and found more, try to be a better me. Quit smoking Newports, lost jobs, had to scramble and find look, pay rent. Chick that I fucked last week, called and said she pregnant. I'm not ready for kids, I felt less of a man. But you died, I can't lie, I felt nothing inside. Relationships been shit, I'm quick to cut ties, to the point that I'm numb. I don't even say bye, don't even look in my eyes. You be wasting your time, I won't let you see shit. How to let you
if it wasn't for vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. I'm just trying to cook some art without an apron. And if you hear me, just know that I'm endearing. Fucked over so many times in my life and been forsaken. Humble since I was younger, when it can feed my hunger. Blessed to still be healthy, got cancer and family history. Kitty, I fucking miss you, that accident still hits me. Mama, you in my dreams, damn it, I know you with me. The angels took you from me, hated them, I was greedy. Needed when I was nothing, realized that I was sleeping. I never doubt myself, never give myself a reason. Everybody has a purpose, let it live while you keep breathing. And that's the truth that I keep speaking. Don't eat these words as if I'm preaching. This is my life that I am leaking. It's just a bit of what I keep in.
Vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped and feel lost.
I was just trapped and feel lost. Thought of therapy for years to talk about my mom. At peace for everything that happened, hope you hear the song. I will always love you, that can never change. Now my father's happy with a wedding ring. Call me, you should know that I do love you too. You've been by my side, yes, through and through. Mighty growing up, always been beautiful. If a boy breaks her heart, then I'ma kill the dude. At first I wrote the song without my life attached. Always keep it 100, ain't no going back. Depression is a bitch, used to hold me back. Now I'll keep on fighting cause I owe me that.
If it wasn't for vibes, I'd be a piece of shit. Or maybe worse, laid in the dirt. For what it's worth, I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped in my thoughts.
The sky is the limit, always heard that. Found myself when I learned that.
I see now still so much to be proud of. On the real, I was just trapped and feel lost.
She's in the car. Yeah, I'm ready. Kim Roper.
Oh, man. What's good, y'all? What's good? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another edition of Vibing with the Truth with a very, very special guest, Mr. Mikey J. We'll give him an opportunity to introduce himself, but I want to thank everybody listening in and all the platforms we have, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Cloud, SoundCloud, listening. We appreciate it. Vibing with the Truth is an opportunity where we get to interview your people you like and people you follow, and give you an opportunity to get them know them like you've never known them before, just a little more. All right, so Mikey J, how you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Feeling blessed.
Pretty good. BX in the building all day.
That's right. BX in the building. Boogie down.
BX all day, man. I love it. It's good to be able to say that, man.
Yeah.
People out here in Jersey, they don't understand it like that. You know what I mean?
Nah.
It's not, they not where they feel it, but it's just like when you from there, you was raised there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How's your day?
My day has been great so far. I had a little trying week, with the car accident with my body, and then, I suffer from neuropathy as well with my diabetes. So I've been going through that, but today's been a real, real great day so far. We just wrapped up one scene so far And for Time Matters, we supposed to have finished last week,
Right.
but some things happened. Big shout out to Vanessa Goodwin, who's playing Lacey. Rest in peace to her brother-in-law, I believe, that passed
man.
away in
Sorry to hear
Virginia.
that.
To her family, my condolences. So, I take other people's lives just as important as mine. So she had to go to Virginia. So we're gonna resume filming when she comes back with her scenes. Well, once she comes back, we'll be wrapped up.
We're gonna get into that because you have to educate us. We have our graduating class segment, and we want you to really break down how it is, what you do, and educate us as best as possible.
Yeah.
So I just left the set, came over here. I appreciate you
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, I mean, you got the crew inside of here.
Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day, man, I appreciate you even extending the opportunity to come on the platform.
Had to do this. Definitely had to do this. All right, so we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna continue to have some fun. All right, man. You got any skills in the kitchen, man?
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if you had to put together a meal, one perfect meal, what would it be?
Oh man.
And I need everything. I need, like, what are you gonna serve cold beverage wise, dessert, like what goes with it?
All right. Myself in the kitchen. Okay, so it's one meal, right?
One meal. I mean, something that
It's
I love to cook too, so there's some things.
There we go.
There's always that one thing that you just like. You know what?
All right.
Whenever I do this, I put my foot in it.
So here's my meal.
All right.
All right. Baked turkey wings.
Baked turkey wings.
Baked turkey wings.
You gonna let us know your seasoning? You know what I mean? You gonna let a little secrets out?
It's called the Mikey J.
Oh, fuck, shit, cut. We good. We curse here, man.
It's called the Mikey J special.
Special.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely baked turkey wings. Broiled.
Marinated. We don't see. We need to know. We need to know how you prepare. Marinated a couple of hours overnight.
Yeah.
Or you just pull it fresh out. You wash it. Just hit it up and throw it straight.
It depends. Normally, I would let certain meats marinate overnight. You're supposed to, actually.
Yeah.
Like pernil, roast pork. You're supposed to let that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the pork. But
Yeah.
I feel you.
Look, I eat pork, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
It is what
I've
it
only
is.
stopped eating pork for about 15 years, man. I'm the funniest sight in the world. I'm a black Jew, man. I'm the
Listen.
only black dude in the kosher aisle out here, but it's the funniest
I got a
shit in the
friend that
world.
stopped eating pork for 15 minutes and went back.
Yo,
but-
hey, listen, I'm not even going to front. I miss bacon like I don't know what.
I had some today at IHOP. Yes, I
You
did. I had
Somebody
bacon.
was cooking bacon and woke me up. Fuck alarm. I was oh shit.
Now, all right. So my turkey, my turkey wings, I learned from my mom.
Okay,
Rest in peace.
absolutely.
She taught me how to make a lot of dishes. Collard greens. She put neck bones. I mean, her collard greens is crazy. And, so a lot of my cooking
As soon as you
skills.
said neck bones, I know moms knew what she was doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah. So, in retrospect to my meal that I would make, it'll be turkey wings.
All right, you're frying it, you baking it,
Baking
you
it,
sauteing
nicely seasoned, nicely baked.
Oven temperature,
350, maybe
350.
400.
You
Yeah.
preheat your oven.
Yeah, of course, man.
Okay, how long? We need.
I preheat my oven for like 30 minutes.
Nice. Make sure it's nice.
Yeah.
And cozy in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. You know what it is like when it comes to meat, man. I don't play with that.
Yeah.
You got to cook it. I ain't trying to catch Ebola or any salmonella, depending on what you're cooking. You know.
Yeah. Chicken and shit is real bad.
Even with my turkey wings, I clean them. I wash them. I wash all my meat. I clean them thoroughly.
right.
My mom used to do that, whether it was vinegar, water. Like she did what she had to do and clean it. She didn't cook it right away. She'll
Let that. Yeah.
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
Get in there, wash the. That's the craziest thing, man. You got collard greens all on your arms, your shirt and everything. No matter what you was
Yeah.
clean. It was good.
yeah. So I would make turkey wings.
All right.
On the same plate,
Same plate.
I would have broiled salmon.
Broiled salmon.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I'm not grilling it. I'm broiling
Right.
my salmon.
Lemon. All right, we got Mr. Mikey J's special on that also.
I go ham.
Lemon on top or no lemon?
I would actually put the lemon afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay.
Shrimp. I would saute my shrimp. I love to make butter shrimp. Yeah.
Salted or non-salted butter?
I use unsalted breakstones.
Yeah, that's part of the on the right. That's the
Breakstones,
rich butter.
exactly.
That's that rich butter. We ain't doing that. Brand
You
shit,
know what?
I mean?
I won't even hold you. Like breakstones is pricey, but it's like hotel bar.
No, for you. Like I said, we cooks. I understand. As soon as you said that,
Yeah.
I know we reaching to the right, not the left. Yeah.
My grandma,
That's how we
you know,
do it.
my grandmother, rest in peace. That's all she ate was hotel bar and breakstones.
Yeah.
So I didn't know no other butter till my mom was cooking. Then she had country crock.
Yeah, we're like, what's
I didn't
this?
like country crock
Yeah.
because
It's
it
bread.
didn't taste. It was margarine.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
butter.
Right,
Like
right.
even on my bagels and my toast.
Real butter.
My grandmother, my great grandmother used to work for this Jewish family in the mountains, and matzah crackers.
Yeah.
And she used to put the butter on them, the breakstones or the hotel bar, and lightly salt them. Oh my God, yo! And I'm like 5, 6 years old, tearing that shit up, yo.
All on the chin. It's always on the chin.
Yeah, and they would give me tea, so we used to always eat tea and crackers or tea and
Right.
toast.
Right.
I never understood that because my grandmother's Native American, her mother's mother, that whole lineage is from the reservation, Oklahoma.
Nice.
And my grandfather's from Trinidad, but I was born here. So, while my mother is cooking all kinds of dishes, I'm actually learning different etiquette from my grandmother and so forth. From tea and crackers and tea and toast and donuts wasn't in my house.
Nah.
But my Uncle Doug, rest in peace, I just lost him too. My Uncle Doug, Uncle Boosie, he would bring Intamins. Now, this is when I fell in love with Intamins, bro. I was about...
Crack in the box, baby.
yeah. So I was living in the Bronx, Forest Projects, where I'm from, 165th Street, Trinity Avenue, 1020,
Yeah.
apartment 13E. I throw that in there. Well, my Uncle Boosie, he was one of my role models. And you know what? He still is to this day. 1963, he put a real bad beating on Cassius Clay. He won the fight. He actually won the fight. But, the mafia had control of that situation. And my boy, Marquand Smith, shout out to him. He created the show, with Forrest Whitaker, Godfather of Harlem.
Harlem, right.
So shout out to my boy Marquand. And I was watching the episode, and for like 3 episodes, they talked about my uncle. So I called my aunt. I said, "Yo, y'all know they talking about Uncle Boosie on? They got a storyline going with him." And my aunt ain't know nothing about nothing or whatever.
Really?
So
I mean, they not taking care of what things they're supposed to be taking care of.
yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, at least my uncle got acknowledged for winning that fight and for being in that. So my uncle used to bring me and my mom Entenmann's cakes,
Right.
but it wasn't just. It was walnut Danish. Walnut
Properly
Danish.
glazed. It was always properly glazed.
Every Saturday, my uncle would come up every Saturday morning, and he would bring a walnut Danish ring from Entenmann's. And so I kept opening up the refrigerator one day, right, trying to decide what I'm going to make for breakfast. And he said, "Boy, you like opening up that refrigerator?" I said, "Uncle Boosie, when you going to teach me how to box?" So I'm like 6 years old, He said, "I want to box. I want to fight." So he was like, "All right, open up the refrigerator." So I opened up the refrigerator. He said, "Now reach for that." So I reached for something in the refrigerator. He said, "All right, now reach for that with the other hand." So I'm reaching for that. He said, "The other hand." Teach me how to jab. So now I'm learning how to jab. Boom, 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 boom. So but for the past 30 plus years, I'm skilled at boxing. Even to this
Great
day.
exercise too.
Yeah, I haven't been in the gym and none of that.
Gym, but like just to keep the arms and still have the same force and speed on it.
Yeah,
that long period of time and
Yeah.
yeah.
And time after time, I will shadow box. Like I do a lot of shadow box. That's how I keep my speed up, and I shadow box. When I was about 8 years old, my brother's he's a confirmed martial artist, man. Jeet Kune Do, my brother Bunny, and I was like, I want to do that too. And next thing you know, now I'm reading Tao, Jeet Kune Do. You know, I'm watching my brother. He took me a few times to the dojo that he went to, and then I just went on my own, and you know, I just started getting trained in Jeet Kune Do. So, you know, it's two reputable skills, but I had to get registered at the 42nd precinct. You know, so yeah, I got registered with them when I was about 12, maybe a little younger. But that was, you know, basically on my uncle, man. When it come to food, like, he bought them Intamin's cakes up there, tearing them shits up. But what I would have as my meal would definitely be turkey wings,
Right.
salmon, broiled salmon, sauteed butter shrimp with garlic.
Okay.
You got to put the garlic on the shrimp.
Well, I don't have to ask you real shrimp because I know, I mean, garlic, I'm sorry. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know you're making your garlic yourself.
Yeah,
You know
facts.
what I mean? Okay.
I may peel the garlic, crush the garlic. You know, I don't like that garlic that already comes pre-diced and sliced.
Right, yeah.
Because it has a certain taste to it. I'd rather just let my garlic simmer itself and let it do what it do.
Yeah.
Green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, many peppers as I can find from the
Throwing
same
up in
family, throwing up in there. Onions. Bella put me up on red onions a long time ago. And
Shallots.
and white
Shallots.
onions.
You got to try some shallots.
Yeah. Shallots are really good
nice and
too.
sweet.
Yeah.
Nice and sweet.
Yeah, so shallots, white onions. Now for my sides, I love rice. I love yellow rice. I will put yellow rice or some Uncle Ben's. I don't like Carolina rice.
I feel you.
I can't do it.
Can't do it?
Nah, I
feel
can't
you,
do
I
it.
feel you.
Or, you know, I definitely would, if I'm not feeling ricey, I would probably do, for a side, sweet potato. I love
Whole,
sweet
or
potato.
You mashing it up whole? Just
Nah,
cut it in the
I'll
middle?
let it bake out.
Let it bake out,
I'll
there you go.
split that, throw my butter in there, and
Put it back in there for a couple.
yeah, let it do what it do. Vegetable wise, aside from sweet potato, because sweet potato is a starch. I'm not really a broccoli guy.
Right.
You know, it's man made.
Trees on branches. It's just-
Yeah. I love corn.
On the cob or just like regular?
It don't matter.
It don't matter? Okay.
I love corn. I love sweet peas. I like kale.
Wow.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
I love butternut squash.
You're taking it back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a real weirdo, yo. Like stuff that my friends was eating. They like, what you eat? What Brussels sprouts? That's baby cabbage. I love coleslaw. I love pork and beans.
Pork and beans?
Yeah.
Coleslaw look like somebody sneezed in it, man.
I'll take you back. Listen, I'll take you back. My mother was a registered nurse, right?
Right.
So my mom working, and you know, she working sometimes 7 to 3 or 3 to 11. You come home from school, you in the projects. What you gonna eat? Well, you got Stallmeyer Franks in that refrigerator, and you got some pork and beans. My mother did not play you messing in her kitchen.
At all.
She did not play that. So next thing you know, I'm chefing up Franks and beans, cut them up and put them in that pork and beans.
Right.
Nah, especially when you have no bread, cut them up, put them in there, get that ketchup or that mustard, and get to eating.
The bowl and get the
Sugar bread. I used to eat sugar bread a lot.
Sugar
yo.
bread?
Mayonnaise bread. Yo.
No, you got, yeah, I feel you, man. You got to put something in your stomach. It's time
Listen.
to eat. It's time to eat.
If you, no matter how much your parents made, if they want you in that kitchen, you better get creative.
Yeah.
So I used to put sugar on my bread. My brother taught me how to make donuts.
Yeah.
My brother taught me how to make donuts. My brother Bunny taught me how to make donuts. So that's what drink-wise, I love lemonade.
Lemonade?
Homemade fresh lemonade.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's my beverage.
Okay.
Nice and cold.
Not that, no lemon juice, straight lemon squeeze.
Nah. But if I'm feeling any other way, any other day, my meal of the week would be Raisin Bran with some cold-ass milk. Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Wow.
I love cereal, bro.
It got cheap, though. I mean, it's like mad flakes and like three raisins in the whole box now. Like,
Yeah, I would
ridiculous.
actually eat cereal, man, all day, every day. I just love cereal, man.
No, I feel you. It was a thing growing up, man. Like, especially if you had the I forgot what was the Cocoa Crisp and all that stuff.
Frosted Flakes with
Get
the
it on there,
bananas.
you drink the milk, and yeah, you had a second treat on the way out.
Yeah, I used to Frosted Flakes with the bananas, Rice Krispies, Special K. Come, I had to eat certain cereals because when I was born, man, I was my white cells were eating up my red cells really bad. I was real sickly, and that's like a leukemia trait.
Right.
When your white cells are doing that to your red cells, and I was in the hospital, man, like for a while. My mom, I'm just blessed to be alive,
Fighter.
Yeah, so as I got, a few years older, I couldn't eat like sugary cereals. My grandmother took me to the doctor one day, and the doctor said he can't. It was a cereal called Kaboom. I couldn't stand that nasty shit. He said he can't eat Fruity Pebbles, but he can eat Kaboom. He can eat Post Raisin Bran, not Kellogg's. I'm like, yo, this guy is crazy.
Taking everything from you.
Yeah, so my grandmother let me have the Kellogg's at least, the Raisin Bran, grape nuts. She put me on there. I was eating grape nuts. I love grape nuts.
Some nice little flavor to it.
Yeah, I love grape nuts, but hot cereal, I love cream of wheat, man.
Old school. Me, I'm a grit man, but I feel you.
I like grits. I just don't understand how people could put sugar and cheese in their grits. I can't do it, bro.
I feel you. That's just like people who put sugar
in their spaghetti.
Say, like,
I can't do it. Like,
okay,
who raised you?
Okay, I mean, I guess if I would, I think it's the sauce that kind of like sometimes.
But tomatoes already have sugar in them.
Well, that's the thing where depending on what kind of brand you get,
yeah,
it's not always the expensive brand that has that good quality type sweetness flavor to it. So depending on what kind of sauce you get, some people add sugar, some don't. But I understand that. So that's what you're throwing down. That's what I'm talking. Good. We're gonna have to put you to the test one day about the kitchen stuff and stuff like that. We definitely gonna have.
Oh
to.
Yeah. Any day, anytime. We can make it happen.
All right. So what I want to ask now is you've been doing what you've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
And you've graduated to different genres, different fields, from what we unfortunately always go to as far as the streets. So what we want to do is today we want to educate those other individuals out there because unfortunately a lot of them don't understand that game is a short-term game, not a long-term game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but anybody in the long-term is snitching like a motherfucker, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can survive in that game being long-term. So coming from the streets, what was the first business opportunity that you were able to successfully enter?
Legally?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I always tell people, man, you do what you got to do to survive.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then sooner or later, because you want that longevity.
In 2007, I bought an S550. And I was doing a lot of frivolous shit with my money, man. This is one of the times when Bella Ray was really pissed, bro. Like, I spent $1 million in 30 days.
Yeah.
And she would tell you that, like, verbatim, like, yeah, he did. I witnessed it. And then 2 weeks later, I spent another $1 million. Because I didn't, I had this thing where I didn't care about money. I couldn't take it to heaven. I'm going to spend it while I got it, I spent $1 million in 2007. I'm getting $1 million in another 2 days, I met a gentleman in 2008 by the name of Kurt Solomon, Inglewood Cliffs. And it was cool. He wanted me to invest in foreign currency. Now, mind you, I still got one leg in the street, 1 foot in the street, and one foot in music.
Right.
But I'm not really so I said, yo, listen, that's not what I don't, I'm not, nah. So he contacted me about a month later, and he's like, yo, you still riding around that S550? I said, yeah, I'm about to get another one. Why? He was like, hold off on that. I got a deal for you. Something you definitely gonna, and want to indulge in. I said, all right, I meet with you. So I drove out to Inglewood and met with him. Inglewood Cliffs. Met with him. And that's the first year I invested in oil. I invested in oil, 10 grand. And I don't even know if I even spent that money yet. That was the greatest financial investment back then that I've done. And now, since then, I've just been investing money left and right. I've been investing in films for well over 11 years, And the beautiful thing about investing in film is it's the back end. I could care less about the front. Because if I give you a $500,000 certified check and I'm getting 30% or 20% on the front end, I want to see what my back end looking like. How many points I'm getting.
Right.
Yeah, that's continuous. So
for life.
For life.
All right, we're gonna talk about those points in a second, because some people may or may not know. But I want to go back to the investments for a second. So you invested 10 grand into the oil.
Into oil, yeah.
All right. And how soon or how long did it take for that to gain interest?
It wasn't even a thing about just interest. It was like, yo, you invested 10 grand, I guarantee you 8 figures. Like 7, 8 figures.
Right.
I'm like, what? I told him straight up, yo, you play with my money.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not going to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because this is money that's, coming from the street and whatever little side music stuff I was doing.
Right.
I wasn't playing with that. So he was like, no, you good. I said, listen, I'm only good when my money's back in my hands. So it took about a year. He kept it 100. He said it's going to be about a year. And I tell you, man, it was...
That year went by quick. You wasn't even paying attention because
you
didn't have it. It wasn't in your pocket.
Then I kept getting into all kinds of shit. Kept getting locked up, doing little skid bid, 3 months, 6 months here and there. So by the time I got out, I'm like, oh, shit, word. So,
So how soon after that did you invest in anything else?
Yeah.
Like stocks and bonds and stuff like that. So how did you determine what stocks or what bonds that you because you dealt with this gentleman? Did you continue to deal with this gentleman because he's brought profit in? And how did he steer you to what to put money in and what not to put money in?
I think after that initial investment, I just kept it pushing. I just kept it pushing. But I used to work for Hyundai.
Yeah.
I used to work for Hyundai from 2000 to 2002. There's a Hyundai dealership, Bronx Hyundai. It used to be owned by Nick Guadagno, my old boss. And I had no choice but to get a job. It was either that or I was going to get violated on paper. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get something legit on the
books. And then what I'm on paper for is basically straight up and down. I wasn't trying to talk about the people that I was associated with. So I took those. Like anytime I had to go in, like for something like that, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever it was, and then I get on paper. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So with the damn, what was I saying?
You talk about the paper investments and came out. It was the next thing you were able to invest in.
Yeah. So I was working at Hyundai, and I was like, damn, I gotta get a job. My PO was like, yo, you gotta get a job. Now this is before I started my companies and all that. I had no tax ID, no articles of incorporation, none of that. So my first PO was like, oh, you got to get a job, or they're gonna try to violate you, and I don't want to violate you because you seem like a nice guy, yada yada yada. I was like, all right. So I went and looked, and they was hiring for this car dealership. Now me, I'm a hustler, man. When I saw the opportunity to sell coke to these motherfuckers, yo, I keep it. Listen, man. It's gonna be. I'm doing a movie called A Black Rose Raised in Forest. So these are the things I talk about.
Right.
Well, these are the things gonna be in the movie. It's about my life. So listen, I would say 95% of the people in the car game, they're either smoking weed or sniffing coke. And I wasn't selling no weed, man.
Yeah.
Like, real talk. So when I found out that certain individuals, a high percentage of individuals at my location was cokeheads, and you can tell.
Hype all day long.
Yo, you can tell. All the movements,
Yeah.
the antsy shit and all that. I'm like,
Scratching and
oh, shit. Okay. So a particular individual put me up on it. Like, yeah, yo, they be doing little coke binges and shit in the service area. Like, word? All right. And then I just started making little moves here and there. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing crazy.
Low profile.
Yeah, like low pro shit, And then I'm like, I really want to be here, but I got to be here. I got to make the best of it. So I started researching. Hyundai. Everybody else congregating, talking about bullshit, nonsense. And I'm just doing my research, and I'm looking. Hyundai, they build, to this day, freighters. They build tankers. They build them, them big storage things at the shipyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storage, they build those. They build cars, trucks, Jeeps. They build everything. And when I saw where they were going and like their future, I'm like, oh man. Their stocks were like $1 a share back then. You know how many shares I purchased?
About 10,000.
And I still have stock in Hyundai. Anybody pulling out is a damn fool. Hyundai has been outselling BMW and Mercedes-Benz combined. Even when I was working there from 2000.
For about 20 years now.
Yeah, but when I was working there from 2000 to 2002, they were outselling Mercedes and BMW combined 3-1. I said, no way. That's Benz and Mercedes. Yeah, they were outselling them. So imagine what's going on with Hyundai now, especially with them having Kia, their luxury brand. And so I've always been that dude that, I'm not going to sit around here and just make money for him.
Right.
Like, let me see what happened was I was researching them to see how I could open up my own dealership because I saw how their product was moving. And that's how I learned
research
more and more. And I said, oh, man, and their stocks are open like that? I said, so I invested by buying stocks, and I wanted to open up my own dealership. But I got jammed up. They can't lock me up right at the dealership. Yeah, I fucked somebody up real bad. He used to work for me. Well, work with me. And one thing about the car business, you can't skate on anyone.
Oh, no.
And skating means, like, if I'm not there, you can't even talk to my customer. You got to let my customer know that I'll be there. Yeah. And this particular individual did that. And my cousin Amar was there. My man Googie was there. Pokey was, like, my people came to pick me up from work. We was going to go hang out. And I beat this so bad. Took the car, like, I rammed his head into the car. I didn't, man, it was one of those. I blacked out. Next you know, police can't lock me up the next day.
Damn.
But you're a tough guy. You're going to tell the police. So they locked me up. I got bailed out, whatever. And he never showed up to court. But the state picked it up, dragged it on for like 2 years.
That's some court fees. I tell people all
you know
the
how
time.
that go. They dismissed it.
Them court, but going back, and unfortunately, a lot of times, a lot of people plea out. They don't want to fight. They don't have the time and the effort. And the moment you plea, that's a guilty charge.
Yeah, I have a great
percentage look even better.
Listen, I had a great attorney too. To this day.
I always tell people, man, especially people in the streets, man. I'm like, forget your girl, forget them new Jordans.
You know what it
mortgage,
is?
all that. Your very first payment, man, be to that motherfucking lawyer.
I bought the hustle of the street to the dealership. Now, when I say the hustle of the street, meaning like
It's a mentality. The
Yeah,
way
if
it works,
if you going, because there's two type of hustlers. There's a corner hustler and there's an interstate hustler, and it could be a global hustler. So there's three. Me, I was interstate, up and down interstate. I'm not selling no narcotics for sneakers.
Nah.
I'm not selling narcotics to go buy a Gucci belt and all that. Nah, you bugging. That's not even you real foolhardy with that. So my thing was that my cousins and other people schooled me to is, if you're gonna be in this game, try to stay away from a co-defendant.
Me find me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Me.
So
I ain't gonna snitch on me.
yeah, exactly. So and that's I bought that to the when I was working at the car dealership. Like, yo, I'm a hustler. These niggas is lazy. So I'm going outside on nice days like this. I'm going outside. A grandmother, a mother could be pushing a shopping cart full of groceries in a shopping cart. Hey, miss, how you doing? Listen, my name is Mike, and I would love to put you in a car right now. Guaranteed. No, you can't. No, you can't. If I can't, I'll give you $500.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And Morris Sutton and Nancy Pipolo. My finance managers, my F&Is, listen, I made so much money working at that dealership, man, like real talk. But I put two and two together. Yeah, I'm caking. I'm making bread, bro.
Yeah.
I'm selling like 25 new cars and like 30-something used.
Like
And
you said, if you making that, what you think they're making?
Exactly. So here I'm making maybe 100, maybe 200-300, whatever thousand a year, right? But I'm like, but damn. My boss just pulled up in a Rolls. So if I'm making this, imagine how much I can make if I own this motherfucker. And that's my mentality always been. It's cool that you have to work. You got to make ends meet. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, gotta pay the bills.
But if you keep that mindset of you're going to be on the plantation forever, listen, I'm going to own the plantation. I might end up even having my boss be the field nigga. And I love Italians. I love Puerto Ricans. I love Dominicans. I love all people.
Yeah, do business with anybody that's gonna put me in the best possible situation.
Exactly.
To profit.
But working for white folks, the rest of my life, nah, not happening. I'm not a field nigga, and I'm not a house nigga.
Right.
I'm not even a nigga, yo. I'm gonna have you working for me, and it's gonna make sense that you do work for me.
Right.
If I'm making $1 million, you should be making at least half of that.
Well, I mean, you have to.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, we all gonna eat.
Yeah, because I don't understand how people could just sit back and just allow people to just be comfortable. You making me $100 million a year, and you make $45,000-$50,000 a year. That doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, it doesn't add up.
I'm the type of leader and boss that if I have a secretary, my secretary is keeping everything on point. She got the gears moving. I'm never missing an appointment, business meeting. You're going to make $80,000 a year. Maybe 90. Because nowadays you got to look at how much rent is. So let's say rent is $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month times 12 months is what?
70.
Exactly. That's like what? 30 grand a year?
Yeah.
Let's say roughly 30 grand a year. So already now she's down to 50,000 a year. Let's say she got tuition for school, right? That's another 20,000 a year, if that, depending on what grade the child is in.
Right.
25,000. Now she's down to 25,000. So everything has to make sense for me.
Right.
Because if your team is eating, you will continue to eat.
Oh, absolutely.
If your team is happy, you will continue to be.
I think what's name
happy.
had the greatest team and that's Meek. Meek had one of the greatest teams because the person that went to the store was driving something foreign. And he was a peon. And I remember the story that they couldn't get anybody to talk about him, not even his enemies. But obviously they caught his brother on the line and shit with some dumb shit. But they kept everybody happy. When somebody did what they were supposed to do, they went in, their family kept getting taken care of. Ain't nobody struggled, nobody had nothing. Everybody was good. So I totally understand that. So how did you transition into film? And I see you got like 12 of them shits going rocking right now. And how are you able to balance that, actors, actresses, budgets, and stuff like that?
Well, film-wise, I think it's a blessing that I'm where I'm at with my film career now as a director, writer, actor, producer, because I would say if I just jumped in this game and I wasn't who I am in the music industry, I know for a fact it'd be hard. It'd be hard. But it's been great. I got a great group of actors, man. I got two of them here with me right now, Huey Adams and Darnell Stevens.
Nice.
And they're phenomenal. I mean, Huey's a new actor, but you're not going to know he's a new actor because he bring it. Like, he's dope.
Right.
Darnell is a seasoned vet, and he's playing my brother Samuel in Time Matters. And, that's with all my actors. I want them to just embellish the character. I give the character description, but I want you to embellish it. You bring it. You know the description, now you bring it, you do what you do. So, if you give your actors the direction that's needed, they will produce.
Right.
And once they produce, then you got a great production. And with a great production, you will have great viewership, streams nowadays, which is streams, ticket sales, whatever, because they're going to pass the word.
Yeah.
Especially your haters. Your haters going to be like...
They watch you more than the people that love you. I always tell people that.
They're going to be like, yo, yeah, this nigga Mikey J, yeah, now he doing movies. Yeah, I ain't going front, though. I seen some clips, yeah, all right. That's how they talk, bro. But, like I tell anybody, Fat Joe told me a long time ago at dinner, worry about when they stop talking. So basically, if they talking about you, you popping.
Agreed.
If they not,
yeah,
it's a problem.
Doing nothing good yet.
Yeah, so like I told my actors, listen, when y'all on set, I'm not your friend, your cousin, your brother, nothing.
Business. It's business.
I'm a director, producer, and I'm your castmate.
Right.
Cast member, whatever. We gonna get the job done. Then we can shoot the breeze after we wrap.
As soon as I say cut, we cool again.
No, we not. Hell no. Because if they get too comfortable, they're gonna really, you gotta keep them in that character. You gotta keep them in that film mode.
Right.
When you rap for the day, oh yeah, you can shoot the breeze all day. You wanna go to Red Lobster? You wanna go to... I don't like Mr. Childs. You want to go chill? You want to play some fucking spades? What you want to do? You want to laugh, joke?
You don't want that, but I feel you.
Yeah. But when we back on that set, you want to play some spades? Nigga, we got the film. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You got a problem? But, the film business is definitely a business. And if you don't understand, if you don't overstand the business, then you're going to understand it. And you will never get it.
Right.
No matter how much you try to explain and teach and reiterate that to them, they're always going to have their own mind made up from something else, that other misinformation they gotten.
Right.
From like how they get paid to when they get paid to wardrobe to you name it. So my main thing is when my actors come on, we're all very transparent with them. We let them know what it is. We let them know what to expect of them, from them. And we're going to make a great project. I've been blessed to have distribution currently, and there's other distribution coming to me now. And I mean full-blown legitimate distribution.
Yeah.
All my films will be streaming, Amazon and other social media networking streaming platforms, as well as theaters. So we got theaters all over it's nationwide, and that's a blessing. So it's a blessing when the distributor, you know, if they know the history of music and who I am, that's great. That's a plus. But if they don't, you know, we treat everybody just, hey, so just let them know who the director is. You know, we had a couple of people reach out. They're like, oh my God, you know, this guy he's
talent,
he's really huge in the music business. So yeah, we definitely love to do distribution, especially from what we've seen. Because they're not just gonna go off your resume.
Absolutely.
Especially if you send them trash. You know what I mean?
Well, they said the work and the art pretty much speaks for itself. Now,
Yeah.
how do you come up with a screen? And when you come with a screen, how do you pick what type of character what type of person that character needs to be?
So when I come up with a script, I don't know. It's random. It just randomly come to me. Like we was shooting matter of fact, we was shooting in Mr. Adams' house, and I'm watching the chemistry between who was that? Luther. Chandler Mack, who's playing Luther, Bella Ray, who's playing my wife Delana in the movie, and Mr. Lewis Gordon, who's playing Pops, myself and Darnell Stevens' father in the movie, Marshall. And I'm watching the interaction. I'm just watching them. I came up with a TV show just for them. Same thing with Raymond Broadwater, who's playing Paolo, and Mr. Anthony Capizzo, who's playing Anthony Sr., his brother, and Nina Salentino, who's playing Isabella, and Hugo Salazar, who's playing Anthony Jr.
Right.
Now, me and Raymond Broadwater, who's playing Paolo, came up with a
Yeah, you good. We're good. That's my partner right there.
I came up with
Come on in, Jeff.
an idea for a TV show 2 years ago for a spinoff for Time Matters called the Contento Family.
Nice.
Now we officially have the Contento Family. So it's random stuff, man. Like
I mean, you got that mind that works, and at the drop of a hat stump. You got to start typing.
I could be sitting on the toilet and come up with something.
No, I mean, that's how minds work, man. You be relaxed, and it's just one of those things. Like you be like, if you don't write it down, you think about it, you forget about it.
Yeah.
The next thing you do, it comes back, and that's it. So, how did you? We talked about these, LLCs and writing everything down. How did you go about making sure that this is a legitimized business and not like a lot of hobbies? People just grab a camera and film.
Guerrilla shooting, yeah.
So
I treated it the same way I started out in my music career. My it's about branding. So my first major deal was with Universal. That was a great deal for 3 years. Then from Universal, I went over to EMI. Then from EMI, I went to Sony.
right.
So for the 3 deals that I had, I've always been about branding myself, patenting everything I do, copywriting everything I do. I had dudes put out disc records on me. I published that shit.
You make money too.
I published it.
Both ways.
Oh, go ahead, put all the disc records you want. You dummies don't know nothing about publishing. So I published their shit. You want a cloud chase? You want to make money off me? Nah, I'm going to make money off you. And I published it. Now, every time it did what it did, if it did anything, if something came through or not, as long as I know I own that publishing.
Check it every quarter. You know how
So,
that go.
with I treat the my film career like I treat my music career.
Right.
Because musically, I have 2 Grammys nominated, two Grammy nominations. I got 13 music awards, and I've been honored about 42 or 43 times by way of Barack Obama, United States Congress, United States Senate, United Nations. I'm a U.S. Peace Ambassador for the UN. NAACP. I'm also a spokesperson for the NAACP for this the campaign, the 401 on the 50 campaign
Okay.
with the Bronx NAACP president Barron E. Burke. Shot a nice commercial for it, PSA for it, and all that. So I'm being honored by city councils, mayors, and this is nationwide.
Yeah.
This is nationwide. And my PR was like, you can constitute that as all part of your branding, because you're not just a rapper, you're not just a music producer, you're not just a writer, but you are really for and about community. I just found out that Mr. Adams' wife, she has a daycare.
Nice.
Now in the Bronx, I'm a benefactor for 2 daycare groups, 2 schools, ages 4 and under.
Okay.
So when it comes to stuff like that, that's what I'm about. That's more important for branding for me than anything else, because you got to be your brother's keeper. So branding myself as a brother's keeper, that's most important for me.
Right.
So other people can follow suit. You have to care about other people. You have to want to help and be there for other people. And that's what I'm branding and been branding for over 20 years. I've been doing toy drives for the past 17, 18 years now. I never wrote and asked Toys R Us or KB toy stores when they were open, or Toys for Tots. I never asked for any assistance from them. Anybody that donated a toy or whatever, I always put my own money into my toys, because although Christmas isn't about the gifts,
It's about giving.
It's about giving. A lot of the parents are not instilling the true meaning of Christmas. They're going out, they're buying all these toys, these video games, and that's what the kids think Christmas is. It's unfortunate. My birthday's Christmas Day.
Okay.
But someone needs to really.
You only got one gift. That's how I'm saying.
Listen, I was blessed on my birthday, but
combine both in one. You're getting one gift.
I just told a brother yesterday that it's great to have my birthday on Christmas, but Jesus Christ was born in July.
Real talk. And they said the way the scenes are, so yeah, it was definitely around that time.
Cause just touch base on it real quick. If you look at it, okay, who sits a naked baby in the manger in the cold, blistering winter? No one. The 3 wise kings, or the 3 wise men, whatever you want to call them, were not dressed in winter clothing
at all.
None of the people around the manger were dressed in winter clothing. So if you're woke, you're woke. Yeah. But Christmas is about love
and giving back,
family, giving back, and we're not just talking about giving back with a toy. We're talking about just giving back, man. Whether somebody's hungry, feed them, or
real talk.
Donate some money to a charity. Whether it's cancer or sickle cell anemia or whatever. Donate some money.
All those cures are sitting around. We just ain't rich enough to get them shit yet. Magic, the skinniest AIDS motherfucker I've seen in my life. When it's all said and done, and you can create a script or have someone else create a script, as far as your life, who, dead or alive, who would you like playing you and your family?
Wow. I'm 5'10", 5'10" and change. My son is 6'4" and change.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
I would love my son to play me.
Okay.
But since he's so damn tall now.
Well, you in the movies, you know how they make people look tall as hell now. You know what I mean?
I would actually have this young man, Jay Sean Stidium, play me.
Okay. He's
playing a younger version of me in Time Matters. And not just look-wise, but, yeah, he'll do it. He can do it.
Okay.
He has the energy. He has the swag, all that. He can definitely play the younger me.
All right. So, what's the greatest advice you ever received? Something that someone said to you and it has stuck with you even to this day.
Stop blocking my blessings. I'm my own worst enemy. Get out of my way. Straight up. Those that know. Those that don't, I was raised in a project where so many people made it out. Coco from SWV. And these people I'm close with. Fat Joe, Diamond D, Law Finesse, Showbiz, you name it. And to see them make it, I had to get out of my way. Nicole Lester told me to stop posting the way I was posting on social media, getting at people, ranting, raving, being straight. This is like I'm the type of dude that I didn't back down. Like if you said something about me, you're gonna get the business on social media. But then Nicole was like, you gotta chill. Everybody's watching, even when you don't think they're watching. So I stopped that a long time ago. And I stopped letting people get under my skin. I got out of my way. I just started letting it roll off my back. I'm not letting it stress me out, especially with diabetes, man. Stress raises your sugar level.
Yes, it does.
So I could care less what somebody posts about me, what they say about me, what they say they're going to do to me, all that nonsense. Listen, your keyboard got either a red or a blue flag on it. You keyboard banging, like straight up.
I like that.
I got out of my way. I couldn't block my blessings anymore. You know, putting hands on people. You know, fighting bouncers at clubs. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Sometimes niggas be a little disrespectful. They need to be taught lessons.
Yeah, you know. And some of these artists, you know, they talk all this mess on social media, but then when you see them in the club, you're like, I got you. See them at a bus stop. What? You pull over. I had to really learn that just because somebody says something about you negative doesn't mean it's true.
What's up?
So me, like my man Cam Stone said, if it doesn't have any merit, it's warrantless. He told me that.
I like that.
And now I love the way I move now, man. Years later, I love the way I move.
Well, I said, you know, at the point where, like, even myself, I had to grow up. I was too high-headed, too hot-tempered.
I had a hair-trigger temper, man.
Yeah,
like,
because, you know, growing up in certain areas, you know, it was, you know, sharks, and they smell blood. It was a fucking rap.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know, I did a bid in Queen's House. I was in 5 Upper C. I forgot why I was in there, but I had to do like 5 months. Now, I don't care if you're doing 5 months, 5 years. Jail is jail, man. 5 months feel like 5 years in there. 5 years feel like 50. You know what I'm saying? If you've never spent a day behind the bars, somebody telling you to squat, cough, when to shit, when to piss, when to eat.
When you can wash your ass.
When to go, when you can get a visit, when you can use the phone, when you can shave, when you can go to commissary and get soft batch. Those that have been locked up, they know what was in commissary. Listen, Bella came there one time, right? And she told me how they was searching her.
Yeah, man.
Although she didn't even have to tell me she wasn't to come. I said, I don't want you to come back here.
Yeah.
I talked to you over the phone.
Motherfuckers in there, real talk.
I talked to you over the phone. Like,
yeah, some disrespectful motherfuckers in there, real talk.
Yeah, man. So here I am. I'm doing all these bids, man, back and forth, left and right. And I'm watching music that I produced on BT, Fuse, MTV, all these music channels. I'm like, yo, now, you know, my checks are coming in, but I can't spend them while I'm locked up.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
then some checks are, you got like 90 days or 120 days, whatever the case may be. And then it's beyond the point. Now I got to go back to the label.
Yeah, fight for it back.
You know, and all they do is cut you a new one. You know, but, you know, I got tired of doing that. I'm producing music for Kelly Clarkson, Sting, Q from Day 26, Bone Crusher, Triple Sace, Cuban Link, over 100 and something mainstream artists, bro. And I can't spend none of my money. I can't enjoy the fruits of my labor. Nah. I said I was done. Got locked up again.
It's cool.
It's crazy, yo.
It has to hit you sooner or later. All right, so where can everyone get you on social media platform? Where can everyone view all your films and your music and stuff? Let everybody
Yeah,
know.
definitely. Right now, you could definitely go to Instagram, and the following films you can check out are Time Matters, Time Matters the movie, or Time Matters feature film on Instagram. Colorblind. I'm actually reshooting Colorblind in April.
Okay.
I switched the month from March to April. Keys and Cuffs is on Instagram. Chill Pill the movie. Oh man, Run. I'm about to shoot Run. But y'all can all find me, whether it's IMDb, that's the Internet Movie Database. IMDb, you could go there. You could just Google me, MikeyJay. My YouTube channel is Mikey J TV. My Instagram is Mikey J's IG. What other social media I got? Twitter is Team Mikey J. It's Mikey J, baby, all day. Now let me stop.
I feel you. I want to thank you. It means a lot for me coming through. Left a scene. Well, he's filming today. Left, came here. He about to run back and finish filming. I want to thank you for stopping by.
Thanks
really
for having me, man.
Appreciate that, man. Let us know when they're coming out. You want to have any premieres, whatever. We will
Yeah.
be there. Show some love or some respect. Any words before we get out of here?
Yeah, definitely, man. To all the aspiring, rising actors, directors, producers. I'm going to start with you guys first, filmmakers, content creators. If you're going to put out a product, please make sure that your visuals, your audio, and everything is copacetic, because you hurt the art. You damage the art for other people who have that kind of content from the black community.
Right.
And it's really hard to make it in Hollywood as a black director, actor, producer, whatever, especially when a lot of other people are putting out bad product. They're going to think this is what we all are putting out.
Category.
Yeah. So please, if you're going to put out web series, TV series, a film, please, man, be copacetic. No more guerrilla shit. If it's like, please write a script. I don't care if you write it in your phone, if you write it at home on your desktop or your laptop, put out something that's copacetic so these corporations such as Paramount, Lionsgate, whoever the movie house is, will say, wow, the black community definitely is beyond Spike Lee and Tyler Perry. There are other black, legitimate content creators out there.
Nice.
Real talk. And I encourage the women to get behind that camera, get behind that pen. Trust me, man, it's an open field for y'all. You know, now for my music people, you know, it's a blessing to be who I am in the music. I will say this to you. Be original, be a trendsetter. Stop following the trend. Everybody is not a trap rapper. Everybody cannot rap. Everybody cannot sing. If you're going to do music, make quality music that I can listen to, something uplifting, something that's going to better the community, because right now the labels are still pimping y'all. They pimping y'all to kill one another, to be niggas, to die as a nigga, not stand up and live as a king. They want you to die as a nigga on your knees. Stop hating on one another in your songs. Everybody talking about rest in peace, Pop Smoke. We got to stop this and that. But yeah, y'all still putting out the same music about blowing somebody's top. Are you going to be a hypocrite? Or are you going to be righteous? You can't serve two masters, man. Choose one.
All right, y'all. Catch us next week. Once again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Peace.
Never fall for a fallacy. Stay awake, don't you fall asleep. Never fall for a fallacy. Stay awake, don't you fall asleep. Back in my shit, back in my bag. Never backpedaling, pull my back to the past. My mind is a canvas, let my words be attacked. For a while I was silent, So now for attack, Phil came back up like advice from a parent. My pen bleeds on pads cause my goal is apparent. I hear all these chumps, they just mimic like parrots. Yo, I see an Eiffel, not talking about Paris. Snakes in the grass, wanna see him slither. Mad cause they bitter, wanna see a quitter. Jealous of a nigga, rather see you with her. Whether I'm storming or brain full of drought, I knew I was something and ethered my doubts.